Maayong buntag sa tanan. Welcome back to my mathematics tutorial page and to my channel in YouTube, Barry Umungos. So, today we will again continue the discussion on how to solve quadratic equations. Okay? So, we're done with the three methods. Okay, we're done with extracting the roots by factoring and by completing the square. So we are now on the last method, so solution by the quadratic formula. Okay? So murag familiar kay sa tanan ning quadratic formula, no? Okay. Now, we have here, it says that from the standard form of the quadratic equation ax squared plus bx plus c is equal to 0, the solution is, using the quadratic formula, is equal to x is equal to negative b plus minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a. So, familiar kay sa inyo at tanan nga mo ni siya atong quadratic formula, no? The quadratic formula. Okay. So, take note, we can use the quadratic formula, class, if we need to write the quadratic equation to its standard form. Meaning to say, dapat ilan-ani siya og porma, no? Dapat equal to 0 na siya. Okay? So that is why we can use b here as the coefficient of x. Kaning a is the coefficient of x squared and c is the constant. So kanis lang ang mga values, ato na siyang i-substitute diri sa formula. Okay? Naklaro na to, class? Dapat nasulat nato siya to its standard form inun-ani og porma para ma-determine nato unsa atong a, atong b ug atong c. Then we can substitute those values diri sa atong quadratic formula. Okay? Take note, si a kay coefficient ni x squared, si b coefficient ni x, while si c is the constant. Okay? So let's apply this in our first example. Take note, kaning example number 1 nato, solve the following: x squared minus 3x is equal to 10. Ato ni siyang example, no? By using the factoring. So, by factoring, yung answer ani, yung roots ani are 5 and negative 2. So, mo ni siya ang answer adtong by factoring pag-solve ani nga quadratic equations. Now, let's see kung pareha ba while using the quadratic formula. Okay? Sige. Let's solve. Okay, first here, we need to rewrite this equation to its standard form. I-write daw nato, dapat equal daw to 0 si right side sa equation. So this becomes x squared minus 3x minus 10 is equal to 0. So, nana siya sa standard form niya. No? Kay 0 naman yung right side. Then, identify din nato what is the value of our a, our b, and our c. So, here, our a is equal to 1. Kay maura man ang kuandre, coefficient na x squared, 1 raman. Si b is, kani coefficient na x, so negative 3. While si c is negative 10. Okay? So, ato lang i-identify unsa ang value ni a, b, and c. Dapat si a, always na siya tapad ni x squared. Si b, tapad siya ni variable, no, sa middle term. While si c is the constant. Okay, na naman tayo mga values. Let's substitute this to the quadratic formula. Okay, so you have now x is equal to negative. What is the value of our b? Negative 3. Plus, minus the square root. Our b is negative 3. From here, the formula, negative 3 squared. Okay, squared man siya. Minus the constant 4. What is the value of our a? Is 1. While si c is negative 10. Okay? All over 2a. Kung sa value ni a is 1. Okay, nakafollow ta, class? This is b, negative b. So, mamuli atong formula, negative b. Our b here is negative 2, negative 3. So, we enclose that inside the parentheses, no? So, negative 3 plus minus b squared again is negative 3 squared minus 4. Our a is 1, our c is negative 10. Okay? Over 2a. So, simplify further. You have Negative times negative, you have 3 plus minus. What is negative 3 squared? Negative 3 times negative 3 is you have 9. Then, negative 4 times 1 is negative 4 times negative 10, so plus 40. All over 2 times 1 is 2. Okay? Kapalo ta class? Okay, padayon. So now you have x is equal to 3 plus minus. What is 9 plus 40? You have square root of 49 all over 2. Okay? So you just simply add 9 and 40. Okay? Let's continue. So from here, you have x is equal to 3 plus minus. What is the square root of 49? You have 7. Then you just copy the denominator 2. Okay? Then again, gikuha lang nato ang square root of 49, so that is equal to 7. You still copy plus minus. Okay? Now let's solve for x. Now we have x is equal to 3. We first use the plus sign, plus 7 over 2. So what is 3 plus 7? 10 over 2. What is 10 divided 2? You have 5. Okay? Now the other value, x is equal to 3. Kanina pong minus 7 over 2. So you have 3 minus 7 is negative 4 over 2. What is negative 4 over 2 or divide 2? That is negative 2. So therefore the roots or the solutions are negative 2 and 5. Which is correct. Mamuna itong ipakita, no? We solve this using by factoring. Now, ato din gitry og solve using the quadratic formula if parehara ba og answer. So, we are correct. We just found out na parehara din sila answer. No? So, tsada kayo siya isolve. Naranin sa inyo akong po na kung asa mo mas comfortable mo solve using quadratic formula ba or kung pwede ma-factor, then use factoring method. No? Okay, but here, we are asked to use the quadratic formula. Okay? So, tsada kayo, no? Okay. Now, let's move on to example number 2. You are given 2x squared minus x is equal to 10. Then again, this is not in standard form. So, we must rewrite it to standard form. Okay? Wherein, the right side of the equation would be equal to 0. Okay? So, this is it. You have 2x squared minus x. Then 10 will be transposed to the left side of the equation. Minus 10 is equal to 0. Okay? So, nara siya sa iyang standard form. Now, we will determine the values of A, B, and C. Kaya ato mang gamiton C quadratic formula. Okay? So, our A here is equal to 2. Our B is negative 1. Our C is negative 10. No? 2 man ni si A. Si B kay naman ay 1 din na kang x tapad. Then, si constant is negative 10. Now, we use the quadratic formula. You have x is equal to negative. Our B is negative 1 plus minus b squared. So, negative 1 squared minus 4. Our A is 2. Then, our C is negative 10 over 2A. So, our A is 2. Okay? Mamo ni siya nga formula class, no? Ato rang gipuli or gi-substitute ang mga values ni A, B, and C. Aning formula nga na yung mga B, A, ug C. Ilan na siya ka-simple. Okay. So, padayon ta. Okay. Adak. I lost the... Okay. Okay, padayon ta. So, you have here, negative times negative is positive 1 plus minus. Okay, square root of, what is negative 1 squared? You have 1. Negative 4 times 2 is negative 8 times negative 10, so plus 80. No? 4 times 2, 8 times 10, 80. So, positive na siya kay negative times negative, ma-positive. All over 4 because 2 times 2 is equal to 4. Okay? So, padayon dyan punta. X, 1 plus minus 1 plus 80 is square root of 81 over 4. Right? So, padayon dyan punta. X is equal to 1 plus minus, what is the square root of 81? You have 9 all over 4. Okay, now let's solve for the values of x. We have x is equal to 1. Unahon sa nato si plus, pwede po unahon niyo si minus, nara sa inyo. Plus 9 over 4. So 1 plus 9 is you have 10 over 4. Then reduce that to its lowest term. That is just equivalent to 5 halves or 5 over 2. Now for the other value of x, 1, kaya man naman ito sa plus, kala na pong minus, 1 minus 9 over 4. So 1 minus 9 is negative 8 over 4. So negative 8 divide 4, you have negative 2. So therefore, the solutions are negative 2 and 5 over 2. Okay? So, murag, kung akong makuha, mas simple dyan pun kaayo, no? Si quadratic formula. Only, kabalo lang kita mag-identify sa values ni A, B, and C, then kabalot dyan ta mag-operate sa radicals, no? Okay? Let's move on to example number 2. Okay, we are given 6x squared minus 5x minus 4 is equal to 0. So, klaro naman kayo siya nga nasulat na siya to its standard form. Then, all we need to do is to identify the values of our A, B, and C. So, sige. You have here our A. A is 6, kay tapad na x squared. Si B is negative 5. And our constant is negative 4. Okay? Nanatay mga values na nila. Now, we will substitute that again sa atong quadratic formula kana. No? Substitute na to. So, you have here, x is equal to negative b. So, i-enclose na nimo sa parentheses kay negative man ang sign ni b. Plus, minus, the square root of negative b. So, negative 5 squared minus 4. Constant na si 4, no? Lalo na din na, no? Basta makalimot mo. Times A. What is our A? 6. Then times C, negative 4. Over 2 times A, you have 6. Okay? Kuha na to, class? Nakuha na to? Sige. Padayon is equal to negative times negative, so 5 plus minus 25 because negative 5 squared, negative 5 times negative 5 is 25. So negative 4 times 6 is negative 24 times negative 4, so plus 96. All over 2 times 6, you have 12. Okay? Again, negative 5 squared is 25. Negative 4 times 6 is negative 24. Negative 24 times negative 4, that is positive 96. Okay? So, padayon ta. So, 5 plus minus the square root of, what is 25 plus 96? You have 11, 10, 121. All over 12. Okay? Then, padayon ta, kaya nakumanta, masimplify pa na to si radical. X is equal to 5 plus minus the square root of 121 is 11 and over 12. Okay. 11 times 11. So 1 times 1 is 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. 1 times 1 is 1. So that is correct. Square root daw ni 121 is 11. Now let's solve for x. X is equal to 5. Unahon sa nato si plus. Pero naranan niya, unahon ba yung si plus or si minus? It's just the same. Plus 11 over 12. So what is 5 plus 11? You have 16 over 12. Okay? Reduce this to its lowest term. Murag 4 ilang common. So you have 4 over 3. Okay? The other value is 5 minus 11 over 12. So 5 minus 11 is negative 6 over 12. And that is just equal to negative 1/2. Correct? So therefore, the solutions are 4/3 and negative 1/2. So I hope natin na-learn ani karon in solving the quadratic equation using the quadratic formula. So kamura din bahala mag-assess kung asa mo mas comfortable gamito, no? Puhon kung may naay quiz or exam nga dili specify unsay gamito na method, so you can choose which among the 4 methods sa dahan mo gamit, no? So that's all for today. Daghang salamat by the way sa tanan nga nag-share o nag-like sa akong mga tutorial videos. And please don't forget to subscribe my YouTube channel, Barry Umongos. I love math man to siya. Then shout out ko sa akong mga top fan nga kuan nag-PM sa kuan. Again, kayong salamat. So I really hope nakatabang ko sa inyo. Then please continue to request a topic para mabuhatan na to og tutorial video. Daghang salamat and good day.